Welcome to another episode of The Latest with Maya. Today, I am so happy to have a conversation with singer-songwriter Jace June. Thank you so much for being on my show. I am very excited to be talking with you.
Thank you, Maya. Thank you for having me. It's really, really a blessing. So thank you.
Yeah, so let's get started. So, who has had the biggest impact on you professionally?
Um, I would definitely say my mom. She is someone I could just go to with like everything that I go through, I guess, in life, and she's just always supported me. So she's definitely the one I would say.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So who has had the biggest impact on you as a person?
Also, definitely my mom, 100%.
Oh.
Yeah, she's she's just an amazing person, and um I don't know, it just inspires me to again, like professionally be the best person and greatest version of myself, and then um also personally, and she's just really helped me grow, so I genuinely owe everything to her.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So I love all of your music. Do you have a specific songwriting process or any rituals you do before writing a song?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for listening and for loving my music. That
Yeah.
um yeah, I mean, I'd say Um, I like to make sure that the environments that I'm in are like conducive to what I'm writing, you know? So like if I'm wanting to write a song that's real happy or a song that feels like you're on the beach, like I might go to the beach, you know? Or if I'm writing a song that um is, more sad or something like that, I'll close the lights in my room and um it'll be nighttime and just like kind of try to set the mood for what I'm making. I find that that really helps me in terms of just like getting ready, like you said, in terms of making like a ritual that works.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I love writing song lyrics. That's one of my favorite things to do.
And what do you like to do?
Yeah.
Are there any rituals that you take before you write your songs?
Um, Not really. Nothing like I don't know. I think what you do is great for writing songs. I don't really have anything that um I just kind of if I have like an idea of song, like if I have song lyrics that just pop into my head, I will write them down. Or like recently, I had this idea for a song, and I work with a musician who helps put my lyrics to music. And she was asking me how I want the song to feel and I would like what feeling I wanted to have. And I was like, I don't know. I can picture it in my head, but I can't like put it into words. I don't know how to.
No, I totally get that. It's
Yeah.
really cool though that
Yeah.
you like kind of like work with other people because that's with me as well. Sometimes the
Yeah.
best things come when you like are able to kind of bounce ideas off other people and
Yeah.
um do that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, can I ever check out some of your songwriting or some of your do you put
Yeah.
anything out? Yeah?
Yeah, I mean if you want to, yeah, I put out songs under the name MRA.
Cool.
And there's periods after all of the letters.
Oh, I'm gonna check
Oh,
that out after we finish.
oh, thank you so much.
No, it's my pleasure. I love listening. What kind of music do you make?
I like the idea of I try to kind of make everything sound a little different, but mostly it's I think pop. I have some rock and like my friend and I have made some rock and roll songs. I mean, she sings and produces it all, and I write the words, and then we talk about how I want it to sound.
That's so
And then yeah, kind of work on it together, and then she records everything, and yeah. Thank
cool. That's cool. I like that you're kind of mixing it up, doing different
you.
kind of stuff. I'm gonna definitely check that out. And
Oh, thank you. I'd love to know what you think.
yeah, oh, I'll email you right after.
Oh, thank you. Um, so, is there a song, either of yours or someone else's, that always brings a tear to your eye?
Um, yes, there are probably a couple. Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur.
Yeah.
Come on, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like we all shed a little. I mean, it's just so beautiful. That is such a
Yeah.
warm song, but it also just takes you on this crazy story
Yeah.
of just, just like such a great love. I love a good love story in a song. I
Yeah.
feel like most of the songs that I write are like related to love and the concept
Yeah.
of it. So I'd say that one, honestly.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah. So is there an artist or song that you consider to be the gold standard when it comes to songwriting and storytelling?
Um, yes, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right.
Yeah.
His stories are he just is able to create these I think like visuals for people.
Yeah.
Um and they're simple but they're like so effective, like photograph, for instance, like it's such a simple metaphor, but he does such a really cool job of like building a world around it and then also making it sound gorgeous because he's just his musicality is gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I love Ed Sheeran, and one of my favorite musicians ever and songwriters is Ben Platt. Um, yeah, he's like one of my all-time favorites.
A lot of people say I kind of look like Ben Platt, or that I give Ben Platt vibes.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can't tell you. I've actually gotten a lot of people will either DM me that or comment that. They're like baby Ben Platt or something. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know too much about Ben Platt, but I think that's a good compliment.
Yes, it is. He's awesome. I love him.
That's amazing. Oh my God. What a coincidence. I love that. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could go on and on about him. I just love him.
I love him in Pitch Perfect.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't I don't know so much about Ben Platt, but all I know is that when I watched his
Um,
performance at the what do they call them? Like when they do the like those competitions, in Pitch Perfect
oh
where they do like
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, when he did the I've got you know what I'm saying? When he
Yeah.
just magic. Oh my God. Like
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, I love that movie. You should definitely if you want to see some more of his movies, I highly recommend his movies Broken Diamond
Okay.
and Theater Camp.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I making this up or was he also like D in Dear Evan Hansen?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
he
Okay,
was.
okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Yeah, dear or he was Evan Hansen.
Have you gotten to meet him before?
What?
Have you ever gotten to meet him?
No, I've always wanted to.
Gosh, you totally will though.
Thank you.
I'm manifesting that for you. I feel like that would be,
Oh,
yeah, we gotta send him this and
yeah.
just how big a fan you are. So
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like the amount of times I bring him up in any conversation is yeah.
it'll happen. I'm sure of it. You're gonna make it work.
Oh, thank you.
I can't wait to see when you guys meet. I hope you do a podcast with him,
Thank
honestly.
you.
That would be super
I yeah, I would love that. I've always wanted to interview him.
cool.
Yeah. Um, so if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
So what do you mean by a warning label?
Like, uh, okay, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to put it into words.
Well, maybe
Like,
if you tell me yours,
well,
then I can be like,
okay.
oh, you know,
Yeah, okay, so I think mine would I think I'd probably have need a couple warning labels. Um, one of them would be prone to anxiety, don't overload.
okay, I so feel that.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say, let me think for a second. How about don't disturb slumber.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah, I like that.
Sleep is very important to me. And if I'm woken up, I'm cranky. So that's
Yeah. I like that one. Um, yeah, so I am pop culture obsessed and I go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching. Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
what's so funny? I don't watch TV that much. Yeah, I haven't like let me think of any show. Okay, I've always been obsessed with The Office. Um, that's the only show I've actually ever seen fully, which is like I know right? It's like kind of weird, but um, not The Office is weird. Me not like having not seen any show,
Yeah.
but I do watch a lot of movies. I'm a big cinephile.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite movie you've seen recently?
Um, let's see. Recently, a favorite film I'd say was I think what's my favorite one recently? Oh, I watched Amelie pretty recently, which is a French film. I really, really enjoyed it. I watched s- hmm, I'm a huge Alfred Hitchcock fan. So I watched a couple again. I watched Vertigo again. And that's one of my favorite films. Um, I like, let's see, what else did I watch recently? Um, oh, I saw Ikiru, which is a Japanese film. That was really, really good. I like a lot of foreign films.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite show?
Um, that's hard. I have a lot of shows that I just love. One of my all-time favorites is the show White Collar.
Okay. I don't know
Um,
about.
oh, it's so good. It's about a con man who starts working with the FBI um and their white collar unit to catch like other con men and like art forgers and yeah, it's so good. It's yeah, one of my all-time favorites.
Cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
You're giving me a lot of good
Well,
things. You're giving me a lot of good recommendations that I need to check out.
well, thank you. Yeah, I will I'm gonna try to check out uh the movies you suggested. I don't watch a ton of foreign films because I can't keep up with the subtitles. I'm a slow reader, so I always get lost. But I'm gonna try to check those out.
No, I totally feel you because I'm the same way. And um, what I do really appreciate about a lot of the foreign films is that they're based more on, I would say, like the emotion, um, than like you're able to understand kind of what they're feeling, what they're saying. Maybe if you even, maybe if they're not even subtitles,
Yeah.
and like that for me, I think is really cool. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Um, so what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
Um, I would say a fantasy movie. Well, okay. Yeah, I would say a fantasy. Well, I'm really into fantasy in general, and I think I romanticize things, Like I think I like if it's raining, like I'll go outside and stand in the rain. And you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I just like kind of like to romanticize like life. And I
Yeah.
think what fantasy does is it allows you to like romanticize everything about the world around you.
Yeah.
So I'd say fantasy. And I also just love
Mm,
fantastical like literature and movies and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I love that. Yeah. I think it's great to romanticize life and um I love doing that. I wrote a song actually a little bit ago that my friend and I put out called Romanticizing New York
Oh,
because
nice.
I was thinking about it and I was like I know kind of it's like unrealistic, but it's kind of what I think of like when I think of New York.
Mm. You're not from New York, are you?
No, I'm not.
Have you been there?
Yes, I was just there for well, I've been to the Catskills in New York a couple times for a camp, but that was when I was younger. And I just went with my family to it was like my our first trip to um yeah, like actually to New York, not to the Catskills. I went with my mom and my sister last October. And it was so much fun.
Was it as romantic? In your head, did you romanticize it more or less than what you ended up seeing?
Um, Well, I think we had a very special experience when we were there, so it like exceeded um expectations and yeah, but I know like I don't know. It was also being there was a little bit overwhelming because it was so crowded. So I mean, like so many people everywhere, like you couldn't escape it. And so so that part I feel like I kind of in my head was a little bit better.
I so get, oh my gosh, New York scares me. Like
Yeah.
it's it's very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like I
It
so
is.
and
Yeah.
you never know what you're gonna see.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have yeah, I have a couple it like well, mostly I have really great memories from there from our trip and really cool stories. There is one story of something that like really was very kind of freaky that happened. Um,
Yeah.
but
But maybe
yeah.
I'm curious to hear the story maybe another
Yes,
time.
I'll tell you after the
All
interview.
right, cool.
Yeah. Um, so what song best describes your life right now?
Um, good question. I think well, I'm a big Elvis fan. Um I'd say If I Can Dream, but have you heard that song, If I Can Dream by Elvis?
I might have, but it doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. So such a powerful song. I think, well, it's all about like dreaming of like a better world. Um and and it's also, I guess, like a song about just like dreaming to strive to be like the best, I guess, person you could be in this world, and make the world around you a better place. Um, you know? And so I think that those are two things that I'm focused on, like I want this world to like um I dream that this world can be the world that he talks about in the song. And then I also just hope to be the best version of myself, and um, to like offer everything I can to this world to make it a better place, a warmer place. And so I think that
Yeah,
that's probably the song I would say.
yeah. Oh, I love that.
It's also just a really like catchy song, so you should listen to
Cool.
it.
Yeah, I'm writing it down right now. It's
It's
oh
If I
my,
Can.
oh, sorry. If I can dream. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I don't know why my mind went blank as soon as I started writing it down.
Very good.
So, yeah, thank you for this recommendation. I am going to listen to it right after our interview.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't.
excited.
Do you listen to any Elvis?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of his songs. I don't like listen to him regularly, but I do like a lot of his songs.
I bet once you listen to this one, you're gonna be like, oh, I want to listen to
Yeah.
more.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
he's just the best. He's so good.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to listen to it. Yeah. Um, so what motivates you every day, even on days you aren't really feeling it?
Um, I would say like my support system. Um, I think I'm a pretty like internally motivated person, but at the same time, there are always moments in life where you're just feeling super down, and you're feeling, especially with me, it's hard for me to like really have a lot of confidence sometimes. And um just having a good support system that like believes in me, my mom and some of my close friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those people really motivate me and push me to be better. And yeah, for that I'm grateful, I'd
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Um, yeah,
Also, by the way,
so
oh, sorry.
oh no, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, if after you've asked me your questions, I could ask you like some cool questions too.
Oh, yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, because I want to hear more about you as well.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so what three words do you think best describe you?
um, I would say, let me think for a second. Um, okay, one would be determined. I'm very determined to, I don't know, I think like I'm very goal oriented. Like I have
Yeah,
certain goals for myself and expectations for myself, and I'm very, I'm just very determined to like bring those to fruition. I think that's one. I would say hmm, I'd say like I'm an open person. Um, like I like to experience a lot of new things, a lot of um like what's an example? Yeah, like I'll try anything.
yeah,
If like I'll try going camping, I'll try, like doing poetry, I'll try um, meeting new people or anything. Like I just like to be
Yeah.
open and also just an open book, you know?
Yeah.
Like I like to share, just share me with other people if I can. And then
Yeah.
I'd say also I like to think of myself as like fairly creative, I think, I hope. Um, I think yeah, I think those would be my three.
Yeah. Oh, I love those.
You have a three for yourself or no?
Um, I think I don't know. I think um like loving, creative and caring, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, I think those are all true. I mean, first of all, I mean you're creating an art right now, with the show that you've made is very creative and it takes like some real ingenuity to like really put together and that's awesome. And I've watched some of the other shows, so I know that you're caring and that sort of thing too. So it
Oh,
shows. It all shows. It all
oh,
shows.
thank you. That means a lot.
Yes.
Thank you. Um, so what is the biggest obstacle you have overcome?
Um, so I think like kind of I think I was speaking on this earlier, but um sometimes it's really hard for me to be confident. And I think more than confident, I mean like self-assured or like I think self-love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like my biggest obstacle has been like self-love or being like assured of who I am, you know? And I think that's something that is really just an internal battle that we all have to that we all sort of like deal with in different ways, right? Like I
yeah,
think it takes a while to fully grow into yourself and be like, I love who I am right now, you know?
yeah,
I feel like I'm gonna kill it today. And it's just like, it's a lot of different things. And so
yeah,
I think I've worked really hard to try to, um, you know, like put myself into positions, one, that'll force me to have to be confident, and two, um, really think about just like who I am as a person and um, find that love, find that good in myself that I could then try to blossom and radiate in the world around me. Sorry, that answer was super meta.
oh no, it's fine.
Um, but yeah, I would say that would be
Yeah,
the obstacle, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm really sorry that you have had to, yeah, go through that. I can totally relate to that, and it's not fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I totally get that. We all, I mean, like we all like deal with that in different ways. We all grow into ourselves in different ways and find our confidence and find what we love about ourselves.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's hard.
yeah, yeah. Um, so I just have one final question for you. So I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, my favorite quotation is by Dane Thomas. And it says, perfection only exists in those who see their flaws as beautiful. Is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Well, I really like that quote, actually,
Yeah.
because I also think it relates to, wait, can you read it one more time?
Yeah, perfection only exists in those who see their flaws as beautiful.
Yeah, that's literally exactly what we were talking
Yeah,
about just now. It's like all about
yeah,
self-love and like um
yeah,
turning the things that maybe you didn't think that were so great about yourself into your biggest strengths, and really
yeah,
appreciating them and loving them. So that one just inspired me.
yeah. Oh, well, I'm so glad.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I want to ask you because I've been waiting to like, I mean, these have been such good questions, but I've
Thank
been
you.
waiting to like ask you some that I think like are similar that I want to hear about too. But I want to let you
Okay.
get to all your questions.
Oh, well,
Um,
thank you.
I want to know like, what inspires you, because that was your first question, or like who inspires you,
Yeah.
and I guess what gives you motivation? Because I think that you do things that are inspiring to me and to other people. And so I think that those, I just would personally, and I know others might love to hear about that.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, my mom and my sister are definitely like my two biggest inspirations. They're my best friends. And yeah, they definitely inspire me um every day. Um and uh I'm trying to think of how to elaborate on that, but again, the sentences are just not forming in my head. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
thank you.
It's
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear that you have those people around you.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah, so just when you were mentioning your mom, I'm so happy that you have that too, and I can definitely, yeah, relate to that.
Totally. And in terms of like your motivation,
Yeah.
I guess like what motivates you?
Um, I don't know. It kind of, um, I mean, if I have like a goal, in my head, like that motivates me to reach that goal. And I kind of, and then when I reach that, I come up with a new goal.
Yeah.
Still, there are things that like I'm trying to figure out for I don't know, for like my show and for just kind of life in general that gets overwhelming and is hard to be motivated to work on that. Um so I don't know. I really try to, yeah, it kind of, if I have a goal or if I have um I don't know, if I'm like, sometimes if it's just like nagging me in my head and I'm like, I need to get this done so I can stop thinking about it. Um uh yeah.
And for this show, like, um, well, what I think is so cool is that, you've brought your passion for I guess like pop culture and the arts and all these things into what you do and like this really this neat show that you've produced and created. And I guess
Thank you.
what inspired you to I guess start doing that or want to do that? Um yeah, I'm just wondering. I think it's so cool.
Thank you. Um, yeah, actually, so I'm a long-term patient at Children's Hospital, Colorado, and they built Seacrest Studios there, and from the Ryan Seacrest Foundation, and they have several all over the country. And when they built one in the hospital here, um, I was there the day that the studio opened. And so Ryan Seacrest was there and he had a bunch of like actors and musicians there for the opening that I got to meet, and I got to experience that with my mom and my sister, um and which was super fun. And then I would at that point in my life, I was at the hospital multiple times a week for appointments. And so I always went into the Seacrest studios. My mom always had to make sure we had time to go into the studio. And then a year after it opened, I found out that patients could do their own shows at the studio. And At that point, I was really kind of lost and I didn't really know what I wanted to do in life. And because I've always loved pop culture, I created a weekly show all about pop culture. And um, then a year after that, I decided to start reaching out to these actors and musicians who have had such a huge impact on my life, um, and just who I love their work. And so when that was a year after I started my show, and then I just wrapped up my show at the studio after 300 interviews, and I didn't want to stop because this is what I love. I wanted to keep doing it. So
That's amazing. That is genuinely amazing. And,
thank you.
um, yeah, just a really unique. You're very unique. You've got like a cool
Thank
story.
you.
You've really built something here, and it's inspiring. It's inspiring, and it's
Thank
heartwarming.
you.
So, um, yeah, that's all. That's all. I guess that's all I was wondering about. But
Oh,
yeah,
oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, thank you for wanting to, get to know me a little bit too. So,
yeah. Oh my
um,
gosh, yeah. I feel like that's what this is all about.
yeah.
And especially the people that watch these, they want to hear about you too. Because you're a very important person and a lot to
Thank
share.
you.
But I
Thank
am
you.
I am thrilled and so grateful that you reached out. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So thank you for having me. This has been really,
Of
really fun.
course. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I've had so much fun talking with you. I really appreciate your taking the time. So thank you.
Pleasure is truly, truly mine. So thank you. And I'm glad we're friends now. So
Me
you can
too.
talk about anything, anytime.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and yeah, I can't wait to hear more of your music and share it with everyone. Um and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Maya. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you again. And that's a wrap on today's edition of the latest with Maya.